Well, in the municipality, as you know, that we have a very complex coalition government. So they've just appointed the new mayor. He's the third mayor in a single term. And we're still almost 3 years away towards the end of the term. So obviously, in terms of coalition, the executive as well as the legislature, it will impact on service delivery or on the administration. By law, we're supposed to be independent of political interference. Hence, you need a strong accounting officer, you need strong HOD, you need a strong team. We are positive that we are going to have a better engagement process with the AG, and we are going to have a better outcome, because engagement with the AG already with some negative connotation or interpretation about the office of the AG politically, it was not going to be easy for us to actually engage objectively with them. Political interference should not affect administration. When they have their own fights there, they should fight politically, not use administrative or information or administrative processes to fight, especially on those media platforms. It's a problem. Fighting and interfering politically in the administration, it actually affects the integrity of the city, because they preside over this municipality. They should also be proud about the performance of the municipality. So my problem is there's no stability politically, and all the items, or for me to move as an accounting officer, I must process the report through council. Council must take a decision. If council doesn't take a decision, how am I going to, in terms of appointments, in terms of institutional review, how am I going to function? So it's important that the coalition must be stable, and they must put citizens first. Because for me, for them to politic about things that could help us to manage better, I think the president is very clear that the GNUs must have frameworks, and they must sign, everyone must commit that within a certain period you can walk out, and these are the rules, and this is how we need to manage. And there's a new legislation that HODs must now be permanent, which will actually protect them. But what they'll do, they'll frustrate them to say, I can't work with this one. You see in the Free State what's happening, where the new MEC and the Premier, they transferred an HOD who doesn't even have qualifications in that particular space. Politicians, ward councillors, they're the ones who are supposed to encourage people to pay. We don't know what they're saying to them. They're not paying for services. And the budget of the municipality is not appropriated at the point of approval. It's approved based on the assumption that we're still going to collect. We know that the budget that we have is for service delivery. And we know that people are not collecting. Our collection rate, it was 91%, but if you actually compare it in terms of monetary value, it's far less than what we're supposed to collect. Where we invite service providers to assist us, where we cannot collect, they can collect on our behalf. And we need service providers who can be creative enough to use a lot of our space for advertising, so that we collect revenue. We need to unlock the land parcel. All we have is land that we can use to increase development, to invite investors to be in the space. I know that we are in the process of approving triple Ps, where investors will come in, they build that infrastructure, they operate it, and later they transfer it to the municipality.